Peeps, there's a little addendum to that video I did the other day about how ambulance cabinets are put together. I'm making a cupboard to go up in the toilet area. I thought you might like to see. These are those bolts, the Allen key securing bolts, as you can see, that I was telling you about. There's the channel that this slides in, and you literally slide it to whatever point you want. Do that bolt up, the Allen headed bolt, and that just secures it in place. And because the profile I've used, you can see there on the end, has got two slots, one at the top, one at the side. It's got a third slot, but that's not used, that's just there I think for when they push it through the extrusion. I don't think you can get anything to fit in there, I'm not sure. But anyway, there's the upright, there's the 90-degree floor of the cabinet. As you can see, this is where you have to router out the edge of the Upvc. You see, you router it out and it slides into that channel on either side and it's secured in place. I don't router it out because I haven't got a router, I just use a circular saw, set the blade depth. But I thought you might like to see how these things go together, and that is going to sit up there. Obviously I've got a door to put in it, I can't let go of it because it doesn't stay by itself, but that is going to sit up there, be secured to the back wall, be secured up to the ceiling there. Obviously that little panel there will be filled in and there'll be a door there, and that literally will cover up and seal off all these open holes in here, which I can cover off with tape, but it won't look very pretty. Right then peeps, just to show you what I'm doing, I'm putting that top cupboard up in the toilet area. What I did was, this is how I do it, it's not necessarily the best way, I made myself a little cardboard template which I then transferred onto the plastic. As you can see, it's not too bad a fit, but it's a bit slack around the edges. So what I do is, to find where it needs sanding, I put a light behind it, and I'm not sure if you can be able to see this, but wherever the light bleeds through is where it needs. Let's turn that torch up a bit. So you put a light behind it, offer it up, and wherever you can see light bleeding through, I'm not sure if you can be able to see that, but where that black line is I can see light bleeding through. I can't see light bleeding through there, so that needs sanding down. I can see light bleeding through there, I'm sure you can see that, but you can't see light bleeding through down the bottom, so that needs sanding there. And you keep doing it until you can't see any light showing through. That's how I do it anyway. I'm sure there's a much easier way of doing it, but that's how I do it. And to get it straight, what I've done is I've literally just glued a piece of 80 grade glass paper onto a spare piece of cabinet work, and if I need a straight line I literally rub it across it like this, adjusting the pressure either way until I get a nice straight line. Well, until I get a straightish line, at least a line that fits. That doesn't look too bad. And that's how I straighten this stuff up. That's why I like working with this stuff. It doesn't chip, it doesn't fracture, it doesn't splinter off like wood does. It's really nice. It's a bit heavy on the old lungs, so I always keep me, well, I've always got a, let's face it, we've all got masks handy nowadays, but this one's got a N95 filter inside it. So, that is how I am making a fill-in panel to go in there. I will then take the cupboard down. That end profile there will slide into that slot, hold it straight, and then every other edge will get Sikaflexed in place once the cupboard goes up for the last time, which will be after I put the wall lining in. And I just keep sanding it until it fits. Right, there you go. There it is fitted. Time you get a little bead of sealant. That's not a gap, that's black pen from where I drew the line on it. I haven't washed it off yet. This was ever so slightly too deep, so I cheated and undid this bolt, slid this across. I haven't made the door yet, so it makes no difference. A little bit of caravan sealant around there, that'll be sealed up lovely. And there's the cupboard almost finished. Still got to finish off that inside piece there to block off that corner. There's the latch locking piece at the top for the ambulance cupboard locker. Yes, I know it's crooked, it gives it character. I'll straighten it up, it's just a case of loosening the bolt and swiveling it. The hole's too big, so you can adjust it from side to side slightly, a couple of mil. No, that's where we are today. Putting that cupboard up, cutting that little piece at the end there, making the door, etc, etc, has taken, what's time, 7 o'clock? It's taken about 4 hours, which is an entire day in between running up and down hospitals and doing patient transport trips, so that's not so bad. We're going to tidy up in the back. There's that fold up leaf for the bed. It's got to be cut down to size and then laid across, but I don't want to put it on yet because I just have to fold it up out of the way. Right, see you later, peeps.